Zamazenta, the warrior Pokemon, first introduced in Generation 8's Sword and Shield, is returning to Pokémon GO this October. Zamazenta has two forms, Hero of Many Battles and Crowned Shield. In the main series game Sword and Shield, wielding the rusted shield would transform this ancient weapon into a big golden shield, also changing its type from a mono fighting type to a fighting steel dual type. It has not yet been confirmed when or if at all the Crowned Shield form will come to Pokémon GO. It's been over 2 years since Zamazenta was available in raids in Pokémon GO. After its original debut back in 2021, it was then in raids again in 2022, and now, for the first time in 2 years, it's coming back into 5-star raids this October. Zamazenta is a very strong fighting-type Pokemon, both in PvE as a raid attacker and in the GO Battle League. And to top it all off, for the first time ever, Zamazenta can be shiny. In this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know so you can make the most of these 5-star Zamazenta raids coming to Pokémon GO this October. We're going to go over the event schedule. We'll take a look at how good Zamazenta is in PvE and in PvP. We'll go over the optimal moveset for Zamazenta. We'll also look at the shiny form and the shiny odds, the perfect IV Hundo CP values, and of course, the top counter so you can take down Zamazenta with ease. Zamazenta will be in 5-star raids for just 10 days, from October 4th to October 14th. The raids will change over at 10 a.m. local time on both of these days. Zamazenta will also be featured in a raid hour on Wednesday, October 9th from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. Raid hours are a great way to do a lot of raids in a short amount of time. The featured Pokemon will spawn in all gyms for 25 minutes, then there'll be a 5-minute break, and then it'll spawn in those gyms again so you can go do those gyms a second time. If you have a group of local players, this is a great opportunity to take down a bunch of Zamazenta in a short amount of time. If you don't have a group of local players, however, hop in the DittoBase Discord at discord.gg/DittoBase to join and host remote raids. I typically do between 12 and 14 of these 5-star raids during the raid hours, and I'm sending out as many remote invites as I can during that hour. Should you raid Zamazenta? Is Zamazenta worth it? How good is Zamazenta in both PvE and in PvP? The short answer is yes, you should be doing Zamazenta raids. Zamazenta is the 7th best overall fighting type raid attacker, and if you remove all the shadows and all the megas, it's actually the 2nd best overall fighting type raid attacker, just behind Terrakion. The optimal moveset for PvE is going to be Metal Claw as a fast move and Close Combat as a charged move. Neither of these moves require elite TMs, so you can just use your normal TMs to get you that optimal moveset. In the GO Battle League, Zamazenta is ranked 72nd overall in the Master League. It's not really used in the Great League or in the Ultra League. So while it's not a top tier Master League pick, it's still something you want to have in your arsenal. It does see some play, and maybe as the meta shifts, it might go up in rank. PvPoke's recommended moveset is Snarl, Close Combat, and Crunch. Zamazenta is a great counter for Pokemon like Melmetal, Excadrill, and Giratina, but it'll lose against some other popular picks like Mewtwo, Xerneas, Zygarde, and Dragonite. Taking a look at the moves that Zamazenta has available to it, it has 4 different fast attacks that it can possibly learn: Quick Attack, Metal Claw, Snarl, and Ice Fang. So no fighting type fast attacks, which means no same type attack bonus for fast attacks. To do the most damage in raids, you're going to want Metal Claw, and PvPoke recommends Snarl in PvP. Zamazenta also has access to 4 different charged moves: Iron Head, Moonblast, Close Combat, and Crunch. In both PvE and PvP, you're going to want to give your Zamazenta Close Combat. With that same type attack bonus, also known as Stab, you're going to get the most damage out of Close Combat. In PvP, your second move should be Crunch. Crunch has a 30% chance to decrease the target's defense by 20%. It'll also give you some additional coverage against Psychic and Ghost types. That's especially useful against Pokemon like Mewtwo and Giratina. For the first time ever in the history of Pokemon, Zamazenta can be shiny hunted. Until now, Zamazenta has been shiny locked and only available with a special event code. So with this shiny debut, Pokemon GO is changing the history of Pokemon forever. We can now shiny hunt Zamazenta in Pokemon GO. Zamazenta has a great looking shiny form. Its bulky red frame turns pink, and its blue ponytail changes from blue to red. The shiny odds for these 5-star raids and all 5-star raids are 1 in 20. The perfect IV Hundo CP values for Zamazenta are 2188 or 2735 when weather boosted in cloudy weather. A fully powered up Hundo Zamazenta with perfect 15-15-15 IVs will max out at 4329 CP. This just reinforces that Zamazenta is a very strong Pokemon. Generally speaking, any Pokemon that's over 4000 CP when fully maxed out is going to be pretty strong. Just for some context, my Hundo Groudon is maxed out at 4652, my Hundo Rayquaza 43.36, and then Hundo Zamazenta comes in at 43.29. Just below. Zamazenta is a mono fighting type Pokemon. This makes it weak to Fairy, Flying, and Psychic, but it's super effective against Normal, Ice, Rock, Dark, and Steel. We do have a known Dark type raid Pokemon coming up, Darkrai, at the end of October. So doing these Zamazenta raids and powering one up can help you prepare for those raids. We'll probably also see some Ice Pokemon coming up this winter, so yet another reason to have a good Zamazenta on your team. Top counters to defeat Zamazenta are going to be Rayquaza, Mewtwo, Duskmane and Dawnwing's Necrozma, Tapu Lele, and Yveltal. Pay attention to the movesets on your Pokemon when you're building these teams. You definitely want to focus on the Fairy, Flying, and Psychic type moves. Zamazenta can be taken down with 3 to 5 trainers depending on how strong your Pokemon are and how good your counters are. If you are low on damage, Mega Evolve a Rayquaza, a Mega Alakazam, a Mega Latios, or a Mega Gardevoir to boost your DPS. Ideally though, you have enough trainers that you don't need to Mega Evolve one of those Pokemon for more damage, but instead you can Mega Evolve a fighting type Pokemon to boost your Candy and Candy XL chance. Mega Heracross, Mega Blaziken, Mega Medicham, and Mega Lopunny will all boost your rewards when defeating Zamazenta. So Zamazenta is coming back into Legendary Raids for 10 days this October, and I highly recommend you make some time and budget some raid passes to do as many Zamazenta raids as you can. It doesn't come around in raids that often, plus the shiny debut, plus it's meta relevant both in PvE and in PvP, so Zamazenta is definitely a raid boss you're going to want to do. I hope this raid guide gets you excited and helps you prepare for these Zamazenta raids coming up in just a few days. I wish you all the best shiny luck and hundo luck. If you get anything good, post it down in the comments or post it in the Ditto-based Discord. I'd love to hear about your best catches and your shinies, so definitely let me know. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.